All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. It's time. All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. This is your host, Joe's Atmosphere, ready to give you a little rundown on Sketching the Privateer, the show where I create my comic book from the ground up. First time I've ever done it. Good to see you guys. I'm on a remote mic right now. I really don't need this thing in my face, do I? Excuse me real quick while I get rid of this. But yeah, we're flying solo today. Jim has some things going on. So we are here by ourselves, and we're going to get things started. Of course, if you just tuning in for the first time, this is where I chronicle the creation of my comic book. Never done it before. Looking forward to how it ends up. We're actually in the middle of plotting issue 2, the actual origin story of the Privateer right now. So, welcome aboard. I want to thank you for watching, and let's get started. First thing we want to do is we want to bring up the script. I had all this up, but I was having some technical difficulties. You guys probably noticed that we got started late. Sorry about that. But yeah, this I've got several cameras going through this thing, and I've only got a few high-speed hookups. And it's a pain in the ass. You know, I need to troubleshoot all this shit way beforehand. But I sit down here thinking it's all gonna work, and half the time it doesn't. I have to sit here and reboot stuff. Craziness. It really gets crazy. But that's okay. We are going to find our way through it. First of all, let's let you know what's going on. We're going to finish up the last page. We got some details to do on the last page. We're on page 7. If you guys don't know what's going on in the story so far, go back and check out the other videos. This entire playlist on my channel you can check out. But in this edition, we're going to do the details on the few panels that we had left on page 7. Now, page 7 had to do with the struggle when the oh God, what do they call them? Having a senior moment. Hang on, let me think. Oh yeah, the naval press gang showed up at the McCriarty house. So the mother has come out with a rifle. The son, Robert, which is the main character, he's 12 years old at this time, and The press gang's already got a hold of his dad up by a fence. His mother comes out with a rifle, and basically what happens is she gets disarmed, and in the struggle, Robert, the son, stabs one of the press gang members that's hit his mother with a knife, and he gets knocked out as well. And basically, they drag the father away. And then in page 8, which we'll get to after we're done doing the details here, Robert awakens and tends to his mother. He becomes the man of the farm much too early, and he becomes strong in body, and his heart hardens. So we're going to cover that in one page on page 8. So welcome aboard. I hope you enjoy. We're gonna get into it here. Let me switch cameras real fast and get everything set up, and I will head over there. Let me go ahead and bring it up on my YouTube channel, my phone, so that I can see the YouTube stuff. Let's see. Get that going. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Everything's going good for me. Just want to let you know also that, like I said, Jimmy's out this week. Let's get some light going here. And I'll switch cameras so you can watch what I'm doing. Let's see. There. Okay. Got that one. And then we're going to do this one. No, we'll make it big. Yeah, that's a good way to do this. Let's see what else we got to do. Oh yeah, gotta switch cameras real quick. Hang on. It should come up pretty fast. Yep, there it is. Okay. And I need to go ahead and move this light over. Okay. That's it right there. Okay. All right, so let me get this turned on and set up. Oh, sorry about this, guys. No matter how soon you start, you always end up late. I swear. It's just a pain in the ass. It's just the way things are in the streaming world, if you know what I mean. Just dumb. Let me see. Ah, good gosh. Too many wires. Too many wires involved here. Okay. I need to pull this up for sure. That shouldn't mess with the camera angle too much, but I want to get it up where I can use it. Alright. And I think that ought to get me pretty good. Can you guys see me? Let me know in the chat. Alright. So, the last page we were working on, I got a few details to finish here. As you can see in the top portion here, let's see, we've got Joseph being held down at the fence. We've got Robert right here coming out with a knife, and his mother turns around to tell him to get back inside, and that's when one of the press gang members gets her from the side. This is an action piece where he swings the billy club and hits her, knocking her out. And right here, this is the details we're on right now. Let me get not a 6B, but something darker. Let me find it. We're going to find this thing. Was it a 6B I was using? I don't think it was, but we can. I'd rather use something a little bit lighter than 6B. HB looks good. Let's see if the HB will work. This is his fist. Yeah, this works. Okay, this is his fist. We're going to be putting in here, right? Holding the knife, right? And it's going into that guy's skin right there, right through his clothes and everything. Right, that's his leg. He's gonna get him. And this, of course, would be 12-year-old Joseph digging it into him, right? And they're of course in their sleeping clothes. This is happening at dawn. This is happening very early in the day. Okay, so and then gets his ass rocked by this guy who basically bitch slaps him for stabbing him. Right? And he's wearing his night clothes. So it's like a gown, kind of. That's what they used to wear back then. And this guy's gonna jab slap him pretty good. Let's see. Never catch you doing this. Very cool. It's good to see you there, Courtney. How you doing, darling? Yeah, I started late today. I was having some technical difficulties, and my partner's not here today either. This is me plotting the book, darling. All I'm doing is laying out what's going to happen on each one of the panels, and laying out, how it's going to look. Like the last week before, it was basically the beginning of this scene. It was at dawn. The moon's out, the sun's out. Joseph's working on a fence over here, and here comes the press gang to come get him. And here they are a little closer, and that's Joseph's eye right there, right? That kind of thing. And what I do first is I lay it out the way it's going to happen. With I cut up the panels and then I draw it out. This last one was the mother with a flintlock rifle on the bad guys. Let's see. She says, I just got off of another channel as a guest and saw you were live. I am never usually on YouTube at this time. Yeah, a lot of people aren't. I do this every Saturday so that one, I chronicle making the book. That way if somebody steals my stuff and tries to use it, then guess what? I've got it chronicled here. They can watch anytime and see what I was doing, right? And the other reason is I've never done this before. I'm hoping to hear from other comic book creators. I'm doing it a little different though. I'm drawing these things. Usually, you draw this with blue lined paper, is what it's called. And if you look right here, you'll see pencil marks. Well, I'll put it up in this camera. You see where I'm putting. Hang on, I'm kind of looking. Let me see if I've got it. Okay, if you look real close under the word "the privateer," you'll see it's written on blue lines. It's called blue line paper, and you usually use blue pencils for this. I appreciate it, darling. Thanks for sharing me out. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate everything, Courtney. Yeah, I hope to see you on Wednesday soon. But anyway, this is what I do on this show. I plot out the pages. We're actually on page 7 of the second issue. And if you want to go back and check out the other shows, you know what? I was talking to my friend, and I told him that what we need to do is once a month we need to do a rundown of what's happened so far, so people will know. You know. Let's see. I am familiar with the paper. I have some originals from other artists. Yeah, yeah. If you've got one that's drawn on blue line paper, then you have the actual stuff that they did. Yeah, that's very cool, man. But anyway, the final scene in this one is Joseph getting his hands tied behind his back. They're binding him up, and it's what's going on here is the father of the family. This is the actual incident that sends the privateer to the high seas looking for his father, because uh, I try and teach a little history in this. By the way, uh, Courtney, during the American Revolution, well, this is actually before that. It's This takes place in 1762. Uh, he's he's got a farm in Marquise, Maine, which is actually the site of the very first naval battle in the American Revolution. And he he's being abducted by the Royal Navy. That's one of the things that one of the many reasons why we revolted against Britain was they basically treated us like we were uh, cattle to them. George was getting ready for a war against France, and he decided to put people in his navy, which a lot of the war was going to take place on the high seas. Uh, he decided he was going to press colonists into service in the Navy. So basically, they sent a squad of men into a rural town. Usually didn't do it in the cities too much. They wanted to keep it hush hush. They didn't want the people in the cities to get too skittish. So they would do it to rural folks. They'd go out in the rural areas, and if you were fighting at age anywhere from, say, the age of 16 to 40 and able-bodied, they would club you senseless, throw a bag over your head, and drag you into service with the Navy. That's basically what they did. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to have to catch up later because I am house sitting and have to tend to the pets. Yep, gotcha. Wanted to say hi. I'm glad you did. History. Oh man, I have to catch up for sure. So interesting. This is a cool thing to do while you're doing a draw stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I've seen other guys do it, and I'm just going to show it from the ground up. Now, the digital part you're not going to see as much of because it's kind of boring. You don't get to actually see me doing it. All you see is lines magically showing up on an iPad. But I'm definitely going to show off the plotting part. So you have a good one. If you have to go, I understand completely. Thanks for showing up, darling. Much love, peace. See you around. Yes, you take care, Courtney. Love Courtney to death. You guys need to check out 70s Rocks Fans channel and her channel. She's got some stuff going up on there now as well. So what we got here is Joseph looking at his family laid out on the ground, and he's getting tied up by the sailors. So we're done with the privateer. You don't put the name and everything on the page until it's done. Issue 2, page 7. Okay, so we're done with that page. Now, the next one, I read the script already. Basically, let's see, where is my straight edge? There it is. Okay. Okay, for the panels we've got, hang on, let me reread this in case you forgot. Of course, I'm running over my wires here. Sorry about that, guys. Bear with me. Let's see. It says Joe awakens and tends to his mother. He becomes the man of the farm much too early and becomes strong of body, and his heart hardens. Okay, so we're gonna show that in one page. Hang on, put this out for you guys too. If you want to support the channel, you can do it here. The link in the chat. Okay, so so he awakens and finds his mother's been hurt. And so we're going to show that in the top 2 panels, I think. Do that. I need something a little lighter in case I got to erase here. Something a little bit lighter. It's 2 HPs. Yeah, 2 HPs. This one's 4H. I want a 2H. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to show this. I might show this about halfway. Yeah, because there's a lot of exposition going on at this point. This is his origin story. Um, the privateer is he's several things. He's a pirate, patriot, pirate, time traveler, uh, and you'll find out why as we go along. I gotta get my eraser. You know, I started late, so I didn't have any of this stuff prepared, but we're gonna get through it. All right, let's see. Um, so we're gonna take. Uh, we're gonna have two panels here. Okay, two panels there, and then we're gonna have one long one here. Not very big. Maybe here. Do it back here, I think. Actually, let's do it like this. Oh, yeah, I gotta cut these panels out, or I'm not gonna have my borders set. And then I think I'm gonna do an epic thing of him growing up as he works the farm and different things, and then show his heart hardens. So his face might be down here and kind of set. Okay, right? So, okay, we're gonna have him wake up. Chin tucked. Elbow up. He tries to get himself up, right? Do it that way. Yeah. And he's gonna be holding his head with the other hand. Right? Let's see. Show this. So, at least that's what we're doing. Yeah, there we go. What's really useful for this kind of stuff, if you need, is you can have a. My guy's injured; he's lost a foot. But you can use one of these little figure drawing dummies. You know, that's really for where the cylinders and stuff are, though. You know, but it's a useful tool. But I've drawn so many of these images that I just figured out it's okay. But he's getting up off the ground, right? And then and he's gonna look around and see his mother, right? Actually, hang on. Sometimes I get lost in the drawing, guys. You'll have to forgive me. if there's dead air, as my brother likes to say, it's because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. First thing we need to show is the mother on the ground, right? So we need to show her here on the ground. Her hair all out. Her chin. Arms out. On the deck. And what happened to the chin? Yeah, that'd be good. And his face is here. So his shoulder's going to be over here. That's good. Okay, and then let's show the cat a little bit from the back. Okay, and then we're going to show him the classic superhero, not knowing what to do kind of thing. His mother in his arms, right? She's laying on the ground. Because he's young. He's only like chin up, right? And he's trying to pick her up. And no damage done. Kind of, that's one thing that they were told not to burn houses or anything. And the sun comes up. Let's have the sun come back. Right? Trees instead of tree line, the sun comes. At least one of his parents is okay. Right? There's the house. Open door. Yeah, okay. That looks good. And like I said, this process, all I'm doing is plotting what's going to be on the page. That's all I'm doing. I'll fill in digitally. As you can see, that's how these were done digitally. Uh, Actually, I got the clamp down, but you see, if I move this out of the way, you see here, all of that was done on a program called Procreate. That's what I did it on. So um, that's what goes on there. Uh, I'm sorry if there's a little bit of freeze frame action going on, but the one I have for my drawings a little bit over the camera. But anyway, let's see. What have we got on here next? Oh yeah, yeah. Then we're gonna have a compilation. We're gonna have him, him and his mom. Actually, let's leave some room up top. We want to show that over a period of time, he gets older, on his hair, of course. And you guys are going to find I love doing this. I love the half face thing. I think it's awesome. This shows you that I'm a Spider-Man fan because that's a common thing in the Spider-Man. Half the face is Spider-Man, half the face is Peter Parker. But in this case, we're just going to do half his face. Show that he's not half the character. But he's getting stronger and becoming the man of the house. I think we'll show him hair out, chopping some wood. Show he's strong and got some muscles and chopping wood, man. Put it in there. Okay. And basically, this is showing that he's doing all the work at a young age. He's out in the fields. Wow. The horse in the background. Right, pull that. The donkey, the mule, or whatever. Out in the field. And then the house in the background. Because before this, we established in one of the other things that he was learning, he was being educated. Now it's mostly about survival and work. And this happens over the space of, I'm going to say about 40 years before what happens in the next page. So that's where we're at with that. Let's see, need something a little darker to do the details with. So just going in, putting some darker lines so I can read it a little better. You know. And I've got the script to go by too, to remind me when I get to doing issue 2, right? Of course, he's in a gown here. This happened when they were sleeping, so you know he's in a gown, sleeping gown. Something often worn back then. Okay, all that. He's barely got hair. He's got some hair, not like Patriot looks like me. He's got long hair. If you guys didn't know, he's got long hair. Hang on, let me pull this up. This is something my wife likes to make for me. They're like glass cutting boards, and you see all the hair he's got waving out there. Okay, so next up we got his mom is on the deck, and he's going to be trying to help her out. But this is when he first sees her. With his hand, I'm like, no, right? It's his head. No, he's looking at the but really it's kind of a three-quarter shot. His hair, he's going to have some hair, but not a bunch. There's the house, the open door. Just trying to set the scene. And then we've got him holding her up, or at least trying to pick her up. That's the background. The mom is laid out, and she actually was semi-dressed. He's trying to pick her up. So his shoulder's going to look quite low. Sheer forces. But I said, he's in that cow. Got the corral over here, which is where the poster fight took place. And we've got the sun coming up. Make a note on the side, it says sunrise. And I'm sorry if it's freeze framing a little bit, guys. Like I said, I was late starting because I had some technical difficulties there. So, and then we've got the montage. We'll call it the Rocky type training montage. The private chick growing older, becoming strong, becoming more and more pissed off. He's not doing what his dad wanted him to do now. He's not doing that anymore. He's trying to take care of business. Well, the close of that time, close of that time with full shit. And he's going to have flaming red hair, by the way, guys. Let's not forget. Make a note, red hair. He's young. By the time he gets to the future, he's in his 30s and is prematurely gray. So, actually, I may have him with red hair, but the, if you've been watching, you know this already. But this story is actually told in three different timelines. It's all one timeline, but three different periods in his history. I'm going to bounce around a little bit because it'd be kind of boring if we just start in the colonial days. Okay, the whole conflict has been set up in the first comic book between him and his nemesis, uh, Communist Reign. So, anyway, we're going to show through the montage that he's getting stronger and learning how to do things, cutting wood. So, how'd you guys like Ant-Man? Let me know in the chat and maybe get around to it. He'd be leaning into that, so his arms would be all jacked up. This is the plow being pulled by the horse. Right? He's leaning into it. Right? Plow's on the ground. The stump that we're doing the wood cutting on. It's coming along good though. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I hope you guys are enjoying the story. Yeah, I think we're gonna. I know for sure I'm gonna have a book I'm gonna be proud of. That's for sure. And then the house. My mom cooking. Right? Maybe directing traffic a little bit. Yeah, I like it. I like the way it's looking. I really do. I think it looks really cool, man. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I like it. Okay, that's it for this week. Let's see. Let's mark this one. Uh, Patriot. issue 2, page, which page? That's page 8. We're coming up on the halfway point. Each issue is it's only 20 pages, so we're coming up on it quick. Okay, so that's it for that. Let me switch around here, switch cameras, and I'll let you guys know what's going on with the channel. Oh man, like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying seeing my comic book from the ground up, guys. This is something that I've been really looking forward to doing and sharing with folks for a long time. Uh, I've got several friends that have been dying for me to do this for a long time, and yeah, it's coming around. It's coming together. Uh, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm hoping you guys enjoy what you're seeing. You know, hey, what's up, Pope? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, you just missed Courtney. She checked in with me. But yeah, that's page 8 of the privateer. We'll be doing page 9 next time. You know what? I might take a break next time and just catch you up on the story. I've got to take some photos. I've been slacking on my subscribe star, so I've got to get some of these behind the scenes photos up. So I may do that next time around. Get a montage of that going together, and me and Jimmy talk about that. But anyway, I want to let you guys know what's going on with the channel. Of course, you're watching Sketching the Privateer. My co-host couldn't be here today, but we do this every Saturday at 1:30. I know it was a little late getting on today. Sorry about that. A few technical difficulties, but we'll work our way around it. But the next time you're going to see me is going to be on tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, and that's for Dork Side of the Ring. The Dork Knight from Las Vegas and I do a wrestling show along with our good friend Johnny Rock. And we fill you in on everything that's going on with the WWE, AEW, and I also do a segment called State of the Apron. Hang on a second. I thought I had a visual for that. I guess I don't. Hang on one second. Do I have that in here? No, I guess I don't. That sucks. All right. Well, State of the Apron is a section I do about different wrestling organizations that are below WWE and AEW. But it's got rising stars in them, though. You guys need to be aware of these guys because a lot of the guys, especially in AEW, that you watch on a weekly basis, they came from these smaller organizations. And I'll fill you in on what's going on there. And that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. And that's brought to you by Pop Culture Minefield and KGRA Digital Broadcasting. And then, let's see, I believe it's on, hang on just a second. I know I've got visuals for this stuff. I know where to go. I know what to do. Check it out. Here it is. State of the Apron is my section of it, because the apron's the hardest part of the ring, and the hardest thing to do in wrestling is to get to the big time. So, like I said, that's 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, brought to you by Pop Culture Minefield and KGRN Radio. And then, of course, Monday afternoon, that 70s rock fan is doing number 3, count it, number 3 show on Canon Films, and this time it's exclusively all about Death Wish. Tom from Midnight's Edge, Austin, the author of the Canon Film Guide, will be there, and Razor Fist, as usual, the crew that usually gets together for the Canon Films stuff will be there. Hopefully you'll be there too, Pope. I think you usually show up on his show, don't you? So that's tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, on Wednesdays, me and my friends get together and we talk about everything in pop culture news and the stuff I like. This is my show. This is the one I get together and I talk with my friends and chat, and we talk about everything that has to do with geekdom. on State of the Atmosphere. Of course, we're going to be reviewing The Last of Us episode 8. There's only 2 episodes of Last of Us left. We do that at the opening of this show until it's over with, and then we're going to be talking about whatever I decide to bring in to start the conversation. Then we go from there, and that's every Wednesday afternoon at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. And then I'm also gonna I've decided to move my Papa Joe Gamer After Dark show on Twitch to that evening, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Central. That's when I'll start that, I'll start that on Twitch this Wednesday. It's me playing video games, trying to keep my hands dirty in the video game stuff because I love video games, and it's my way of staying in it. And we do that. We're going to start doing that every Wednesday night on Twitch. 3 hours worth of video games, cocktails, and fails with Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. Starting at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, my brother and I get together every Thursday night to hack the Matrix. What is the Matrix? Well, the Matrix is the headlines they're feeding you today. We're going to hack through that Matrix and let you know what's really going on. Me and my brother love doing this show. It's headline driven, talking about today's news and giving our opinions on what's going on in the world today. And we've changed the time for that one. It starts at 6 p.m. Central now and 7:30 Eastern. My brother has to get up way early in the morning for a long commute in Dallas. So we moved it up a half an hour, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. So I want to thank you guys for showing up today. And I hope you're enjoying what you're watching. It's me creating my passion project, the Privateer. Doing it, you know. We're going to put out the first issue of it. I backed it up to July because my cousin really wants. Ooh, that's something else I got to show you. Hang on 1 second. Let me change my theme again real quick. That's what I did. I put this stuff on another theme. But yeah, if you want to see me in person and you're in the Shreveport and Bossier area, come on down to Shop Till You Drop. My cousin runs this thing. It's at the Bossier Civic Center. And that's going to be the weekend of St. Patty's Day, my daughter's birthday. Friday the 17th from 3 to 7 p.m. Central. And then Saturday the 18th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admission's $4. Children 10 and under are free, and there's going to be a special appearance by the Easter Bunny for the kids. So I'll have a table set up out there. I'll be opening up commissions for people to put in their orders to get portraits done. I do pencil sketch portraits. So if you're in the area, come see me, and I'll be glad to chat with you and show you what's going on with the comic book and everything else. And that's the weekend of St. Patrick's Day. The reason why I was going to put it out at the end of the month, but I wasn't going to be ready for this show. I want to release it at my cousin's show. She lets me and my wife set up at this thing, and so I want to make sure I do it at her show. So we're going to do it in July when it's pretty close to my birthday too, and that makes it kind of sweet. So I'll celebrate my 58th birthday releasing my first issue of the Privateer. How's that sound? So listen up, guys. I want to thank you for watching today, and until I see you again, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for Dork Side of the Ring, or Monday for Canon Films Death Wish on that channel, or just come see me on State of the Atmosphere. And I'm going to leave you with the lead-in for State of the Atmosphere. And until I see you again, keep on keeping on. God bless.